Guys, we finally managed to get there. The EU finally managed to actually agree on something for once instead of leaving it to the very last minute until crisis is about to explode. They managed to agree on something. So, what happened? Eurogroup finance ministers, they get together every single month, and this month when they got together earlier in the week, the aim was to agree on the Eurozone's common fiscal response to the coronavirus crisis. Guys, you remember I did a blog about this earlier in the week. Basically, they couldn't agree. They failed. 18-hour-long meeting, they just couldn't hack it. But last night, they managed to succeed after this whole week of negotiations. Basically, the way they managed to get through it is the Netherlands, who had been basically holding up this agreement, they softened their position. So, as part of this package, which is worth about $500 billion, by the way, 500 billion euros, 400 billion of that, roughly, is in something called the European Stability Mechanism. It's a rescue fund that countries can basically borrow money from in times of crisis, such as at the moment. The Netherlands, however, wanted to attach some conditions to that. So if you borrow from this fund, you then have to do austerity for the next 10 years, or those weren't the exact conditions the Netherlands wanted to do, but that's pretty much what they wanted. They wanted to basically control these countries after they borrowed from the fund. Obviously, the countries that stood to benefit from this fund, Italy, Spain, even France and Greece and countries like this, they were opposed to that. So that's why there was deadlock. But the Netherlands, they softened on that issue and we've had an agreement. However, the most contentious issue, the issue of corona bonds or joint EU debt, has been left. Yes, they haven't agreed anything on that. Basically, these finance ministers, because remember it was the finance ministers who met up, they don't have to agree on these big issues. They can actually leave that for the national leaders. So it's Merkel, Macron, President of France, the Prime Minister of Spain, Sanchez. These people will ultimately decide on corona bonds. And guys, this meeting is going to happen on the 23rd of April, so we can kind of put this on the back burner for now. But 23rd of April, this is going to be a big theme again, guys. It's going to be driving euro, it's going to be driving sentiment in the European stock market and debt markets as well. So we will be covering it. Check out our memberships at Freak Network. That is pretty much it from me for now, and I will see you in the next one.